Hi, my name is Aaron Dussard. His name is Ethan Dussard. His name is Daddy Dussard. Well, Terry Dussard behind the cameras. Right here we have Chloe in the background and Auntie in the background. So today we're going to be reading from Numbers 3 and 4. Yesterday my homework was to search up what oblige mean. Well, it was not yesterday. It was the day before yesterday. Friday. So oblige mean make someone legally or morally bound to an action for a course of action. Alright, and then the shout outs are Auntie Mitchie, Mom, Grandpa Gaston, Grandpa Dennis, Auntie Vera, Uncle Churchill, Grandma Barbara, Tom, Joe Lively, and Kareem Williams. Alright, without further ado, I'm gonna give it to Ethan.
Thank you, Aaron.
Today we're going to be reading from Numbers chapter 3 to chapter 4. Chapter 3. These also are the generations of Aaron Moses in the day that the Lord spake with Moses in Mount Sinai. And these are the names of the sons of Aaron: Nadab, the firstborn, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. These are the names of the sons of Aaron the priest, which were anointed, whom he consecrated to minister in the priest's office. And Nadab and Abihu died before the Lord when they offered strange fire before the Lord in the wilderness of Sinai, and they had no children. And Eleazar and Ithamar ministered in the priest's office in the sight of Aaron their father. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Bring the tribe of Levi near, and present them before Aaron the priest, that they may minister unto him. And they shall keep his charge in the charge of the whole congregation.
Not hearing you through the mic, Ethan.
And they shall keep his charge in the charge of the whole congregation before the tabernacle of the congregation, to do the service of the tabernacle. And they shall keep all the instruments of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the charge of the children of Israel, to do the service of the tabernacle. And thou shalt give the Levites unto Aaron, and to his sons. They are wholly given unto him out of the children of Israel. And thou shalt appoint Aaron and his sons. They shall wait on the priest's office, and the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, And I, behold, I have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel, instead of all the firstborn that openeth the matrix among the children of Israel. Therefore the Levites shall be mine, because all the firstborn are mine. For on the day that I smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I hallowed unto me all the firstborn in Israel. Both man and beast mine shall they
Pronounce your words, Ethan, properly.
be. I am the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, saying, The number the children of Levi after the house of their fathers, by their families, every male from a month old and upward shalt thou number them. And Moses numbered them according to the word of the Lord, as he has commanded. And these are the sons of Levi by their names, Gershon and Kohath and Merari. And these are the names of the sons of Gershon by their families, Libni and Shimei. And the sons of Kohath by their families, Amram and Izhar, Hebron, and Uziel. And the sons of Merari by their families, Marli and Mushi. These are the families of the Levites according to the house of their fathers. Of Gershon was the family of the Libnites, and the family of the Shemites. These are the families of the Gershonites. Those that were numbered of them according to the number of the males from a month old and upward, even those that were numbered of them were 7,500. The families of the Gershonites shall pitch behind the tabernacle westward, And the chief of the house of the father of the Gershonites shall be Eliab.
Can you hold the mic at your mouth? I cannot hear you.
Eliasaph, the son of Leo. And the charge of the sons of Gershon in the tabernacle of the congregation shall be the tabernacle, and the tent, the covering thereof, and the hanging for the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
Are you just reading for yourself or are you reading for the audience?
Both.
Okay, so I would like to understand what you are saying. So if you can please read in the mic, pronounce your words properly. I would appreciate that. Thank you very much.
And the hangings of the court and the curtain for the door of the court, which is by the tabernacle by the altar round about the courts of it for all the service thereof. And of Kohath was the family of the Amramites, and the family of the Israelites, and the family of
Aaron, that word sound correct?
Yeah, to me it does.
Continue.
And the family of the Hebronites, and the family of the Uzzielites. These are the families of the Kohathites. And the number of all the males from a month old and upward were 8,600, keeping the charge of the sanctuary. The families of the sons of the Kohath shall pitch on the side of the tabernacle southward. And the chief of the house of the father of the families of the Kohathites shall be...
Pronounce the word properly, Ethan.
Kohathites. I don't know.
You said it the first time properly.
Kohathites.
No, that is not the word.
Kohathites?
Say the word, Aaron.
Kohathites.
That sounds more like it.
Kohathites shall be Elizaphan, the son of Uziel. And the charge shall be the ark and the table and the candlestick, and the altars and the vessels of the sanctuary wherewith they minister, and the hanging and all the service thereof. And Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, shall be chief over the chief of the Levites.
We cannot hear you, Ethan.
And Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, shall be chief over the chief of the Levites, and have the oversight of them that keep the charge of the sanctuary. Of Merari was the family of the Mahalites, and the family of the Mushites. They are the families of the Merari. And those that were numbered of them according to the number of the all male. And those that were numbered of them according to the number of all the males from a month old and upward were 6,200. And the chief of the house of the father of the families of Merari was Zeriel the son of Abihail. These shall pitch on the side of the tabernacle northward, and under the custody and the charge of the sons of Merari shall be the boards of the tabernacle, and the bars thereof, and the pillars thereof, and the sockets thereof, and all the vessels thereof, and all that serveth thereto. And the pillars of the court round about, and their sockets and their pins and their cords. But those that encamp before the tabernacle toward the east, even before the tabernacle of the congregation eastward, shall be Moses and Aaron and his sons, keeping the charge of the sanctuary for the charge of the children of Israel, and the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. All that were numbered of the Levites, which Moses and Aaron numbered at the commandment of the Lord, throughout their families, all the males from a month old and upward were 22,000. And the Lord said unto Moses, number all the firstborn of the males of the children of Israel from a month old and upward, and take the number of their names. And thou shalt take the Levites from me, I am the Lord, instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel. And the cattle of the Levites instead of all the firstlings amongst the cattle of the children of Israel. And Moses numbered as the Lord commanded him all the firstborn among the children of Israel, and all the firstborn males by the number of names from a month old and upward of those that were numbered of them. with 20 and 2,203 score and 13. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take the Levites instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites instead of their cattle. And the Levites shall be mine. I am the Lord. And for those that are to be redeemed of the 203 score and 13 of the firstborn of the children of Israel, which are more than the Levites, thou shalt even take 5 shekels apiece by the pole. After the shekel of the sanctuary shalt thou take them. The shekel is 20 gerahs. And thou shalt give the
Pronounce
money,
back that word.
gerahs. And thou shalt give the money wherewith the odd number of them is to be redeemed unto Aaron and to his sons. And Moses took the redemption money of them that were over and above them that were redeemed by the Levites. Of the firstborn of the children of Israel took he the money, 1,303 score and 5 shekels after the shekel of the sanctuary. And Moses gave the money of them that were redeemed unto Aaron and to his sons according to the word of the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses. Chapter 4. And the Lord spake unto Moses unto Aaron, saying, Take the sum of the sons of Kohath from among the sons of Levi after their families by the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even until 50 years old, all that enter into the host to the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. This shall be the service of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation about the most holy things. And when the camp setteth forward, Aaron shall come and his sons, and they shall take down the covering veil, and cover the ark of testimony with it, and shall put thereon the covering of the badger skins, and shall spread over it a cloth wholly of blue, and shall put in the staves thereof. And upon the table of shewbread they shall spread a cloth of blue, and put thereon the dishes and the spoons and the bowls and covers to cover withal. And the continual bread shall be thereon. And they shall spread upon them a cloth of scarlet, and cover the same with the covering of badger skins, and shall put in the staves thereof. And they shall take a cloth of blue, and cover the candlestick of the light, and his lamps, and his tongues with his snuff dishes, and all the oil vessels thereof, wherewith the minister unto it. And they shall put it and all the vessels thereof within a covering of badger skins, and shall put it upon a bar. And upon the golden altar they shall spread a cloth of blue, and cover it with a covering of badger skins, and shall put it to the staves thereof. And they shall take all the instruments of ministry wherewith the minister in the sanctuary, and put them in a cloth of blue, and cover them with a covering of badger skins, and shall put them on a bar. And they shall take away the ashes from the altar, and spread a purple cloth thereon. And they shall put upon it all the vessels thereof, wherewith they minister about it, even the censers, the flushbooks, and the shovels, and the basins, all the vessels of the altar. And they shall spread upon it a covering of badger skins, and put it to the staves of it. And when Aaron and his sons have made an end of covering the sanctuary, all the vessels of the sanctuary, as the camp is set forward, after that the sons of Kohath shall come to bear it, but they shall not touch any holy thing, lest they die. These things are the burden of their sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation, and to the office of Eleazar the son of Aaron the priest pertaineth the oil for the light and the sweet incense, and the daily meat offering, and the anointing oil, and the oversight of all the tabernacle, and of all that therein is in the sanctuary, and in the vessels thereof. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, Cut ye not off the tribe of the families of the Kohathites from among the Levites, but thus do unto them that they may live and not die. When they approach unto the most holy things, Aaron and his sons shall go in, and appoint them every one to his service and to his burden. But they shall not go in to see when the holy things are covered, lest they die. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take also the sum of the sons of Gershon throughout the houses of their fathers by their families, from 30 years old upward until 50 years shalt thou number them. All that enter into perform the service to do the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. This is the service of the families of the Gershonites to serve and for burdens. And they shall bear the curtains of the tabernacle and the tabernacle of the congregation, his covering and the covering of the badger skins that is above upon it, and the hanging for the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the hangings of the court, and the hangings for the door of the gate of the court, which is by the tabernacle and by the altar round about, and their cords and all the instruments of their service, and all that is made for them. So shall they serve. At the appointment of Aaron and his sons shall be the service of the sons of the Gershonites, in all their burdens and in all their service. He shall appoint them in charge. Ye shall appoint unto them in charge of. No. Ye shall appoint unto them in charge all their burdens. This is the service of the families of the sons of Gershon in the tabernacle of the congregation. And the charge shall be under the hand of Ithamar, the son of Aaron the priest. As for the sons of Merari, thou shalt number them after their families by the house of their fathers. From 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, shalt thou number them, every one that entereth into the service to do the work of the tabernacle of the congregation. And this is the charge of their burden, according to all their service. And this is the charge of their burden according to all their service in the tabernacle of the congregation. The boards of the tabernacle and the bars thereof, and the pillars thereof and the sockets thereof, and the pillars of the court round about, and their sockets and their pins and their cords with all their instruments, and with all their service, and by name ye shall wreck on the instruments of the charge of their burden. This is the service of the families of the sons of Merari, according to all their service in the tabernacle of the congregation, under the hand of the Ithamar, the son of Aaron the priest, and Moses and Aaron, the chief of the congregation, numbered the sons of the Kohathites after their families and after the house of their fathers. From 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, every one that entereth into the service. For the work in the tabernacle of the congregation, and those that were numbered of them by their families were 2,750. These were they that were numbered of the families of the Kohathites, all that might do service in the tabernacle of the congregation, which Moses and Aaron did number according to the commandment of the Lord by the hand of Moses. And those that were numbered of the sons of Gershon throughout their families and by the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, every one that entereth into the service for the work of the tabernacle of the congregation. Even those that were numbered of them throughout their families by the house of their fathers were 2,630. These are they that were numbered of the families of the sons of Gershon, and of all that might do service in the tabernacle of the congregation, whom Moses and Aaron did number according to the commandment of the Lord. And those that were numbered of the families of the sons of Merari throughout their families by the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old. Everyone that entereth into service for the work in the tabernacle of the congregation, even those that were numbered of them after their families, were 3,200. These be those that were numbered of the families of the sons of Merari, whom Moses and Aaron numbered according to the word of the Lord by the hand of Moses. All those that were numbered of the Levites, whom Moses and Aaron the chief of Israel numbered after their families and after the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, everyone that came to do the service of the ministry and the service of the burden in the tabernacle of the congregation. Even those that were numbered of them were 8,504 score. According to the commandment of the Lord, they were numbered by the hands of Moses, everyone according to his service and according to his burden. Those were they numbered. According to the commandment of the Lord, they were numbered by the hand of Moses, everyone according to his service and according to his burden. Those were there. Thus were they. Thus were they numbered of him, as the Lord commanded Moses. I was reading Numbers chapter 3 to chapter 4.
I'd like to go first. Before I start, I would just like to say, wow, there was a lot of errands in that reading. And so what I want to say is, I did not really understand this text, so what I got out of it was that what happened was that they were talking about how Moses and Aaron's sons were getting profit, and they were talking about the families. Alright, so that's what I have to say.
What? I didn't understand what you said, Aaron. Go again.
So I said they were talking about how Moses and Aaron's sons were getting profit, and that they were the families. They were talking about all the families and how much there were of them.
Okay.
What I want to say is the part I liked was the end. Where's the end?
Recording.
Wait, up to 3.
Where is she looking at, Aaron?
She's looking at chapter 5.
Which chapter is this?
We didn't do chapter 5 yet.
That's the end.
Here. Chapter 4 right here. So I'm up to 3.
So you're looking at chapter 3?
Yeah.
Chapter 4, chapter 3.
Chapter 3, but I'm going to say chapter 3 on this one, but I got
No,
confused.
verse 3. That is
Verse 3.
So chapter 4 and verse 3 are chapter 3 and verse 3.
Verse 3.
So chapter 4, verse 3? Okay.
Okay. From 30 years old
From 30 years old
and upward,
in the Lord,
upward,
upward,
even on to
even on to
50 years old.
50 years old.
All that
All that
unto the host
unto the old
to do the work
to do the work
in the tabernacle
in the tabernacle
of the congregation.
Okay, what did you get from that?
I have one question for you guys. I have one question for you guys.
Okay, hold the mic, I can't hear you.
So the question is, why did it say wait,
Go on this one. This one? On this one. The seat. Congregation.
congregation?
Congregation?
Yes.
What does the word congregation mean, Ethan?
A large group of people congregating.
I can't hear you, Ethan. Chloe, give Ethan the mic, please.
Okay.
Because he's talking and I cannot hear him.
A group of people that
All
is
worshiping together.
Aaron, you will get your time, Aaron. I
Not
want to hear
worship.
from Ethan.
If a dictionary meaning would be like a large group of people congregating together, like talking, basically.
So congregation is a group of people together.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
That's what congregation is.
Yeah.
Right?
Congregate, yeah.
you're congregating with more than one, more than two, probably more than three.
Yeah.
I don't know what the number calls for a congregation, but it's definitely more
It's
than
two.
more than one. Because even two people together, that's congregating, right? But mostly, I guess you would associate that word with a larger group.
Yeah.
But as long as it's more than yourself is there, then that's what it is. Okay, thank you, Chloe. Okay, Aaron, what you wanted to say? I mean, Ethan already answered, so let me hear what Ethan have to say about which part of this reading did stood out to him.
One thing that really stood out to me was the repetitive saying, or
What stood out to you?
the
Where are you looking at?
No, I'm not looking at something. I'm just. They keep on mentioning numbers. That's something that stood out to me.
They keep mentioning numbers.
In the text, yeah.
Okay, so what about it? What stood out? What about numbers that stood out to you?
It's not the chapters.
Is it because they keep on talking about numbers throughout the chapters?
The book name is Numbers, and it. Hold on, I have to find it.
They're giving you numbers throughout the reading. It's like, to me, it's nothing but numbers they're giving you.
Yeah.
The book name is Numbers, and it says that, and his host and those that were numbered thereof. You see where it says, and his host and those that were numbered.
I can't see because you didn't tell me where I'm looking at.
Chapter 3, verse 8.
So chapter 3, verse 8. Okay.
Alright, I'm there.
I'm hearing you.
You see where it says, and his host and those that were numbered thereof.
Chapter 3, verse 8.
Yes. Do you see the first one?
Verse 8.
Yes.
And what it says?
And his host and those that were numbered thereof.
Me and you have the same Bible.
That's verse 8?
Yes.
I don't see that. Chapter 3 or chapter 4?
That's in chapter 3.
And
There's verse 8, chapter 3.
that's chapter 2.
Exactly, because I'm on verse, and I don't see what you're saying.
Maybe because our.
Hold on, Chloe.
No, he got it wrong.
Oh, that was the wrong one. Alright, go to chapter 3, verse 16.
Okay, we there.
It says, and Moses numbered them according to the word of the Lord. And then go to verse 22.
Okay.
Those that were numbered of them. I'm just saying that in the text, throughout the text, they keep on repeating numbered of people being numbered, I guess, like different tribes or I guess tribes.
So therefore you're saying that throughout the reading they've been just giving us a lot of numbers according to the well, you're not explaining yourself. I'm trying to understand what you're saying. You keep on nodding your head, but you're not explaining yourself. So if you're gonna explain yourself properly.
The word numbered is keep on getting repeat during the text, throughout the text. That's what I would say.
So the word number?
Yes. But it's not.
Like it says, the
specific.
number of all the males. That's what you're saying, the number, the
No.
word number?
No, because they keep on saying, and those that were numbered of them. I don't know what those mean.
I don't.
Go to verse 34.
Same chapter?
Yes, same chapter, verse 34.
Okay.
It says, and those that were numbered of them according to the number.
Okay, but that's what I
But that's
asked
34.
you. It's the same thing they're saying. They're using the word number.
Yes.
That's what I said to you throughout the whole chapter. They've been using numbers.
No, because you keep. I thought you were talking about the 6,000 and the 200. I thought you were talking about they're using numbers.
Do you notice I said the word? You're using the word number. I didn't say you're using the numbers like how they have the 6,200. Not in that way, but it says the number. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So what's so significant about that to you? What is so significant in that?
Because the book name is numbers, so I'm just pointing that out.
What?
I don't really understand the text. That's why I'm pointing that out.
Okay then. What stood out to me in this today was chapter 4 verse 22, when it says take a census. It says take a census also of the how you say that word, the
Gershon.
Grecian
Gershon.
Grecian
Gershon.
Gershon
Gershon.
Gershon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, the Gershon by their families and clans, right? The word that stood out to me in this is census, because just like how the government sent us the census paper here at home that I just filled out like last month, I'm surprised to see the word census in the Bible. So that right there stood out to me. So it's not just now they've been taking census, they have been taking census for a very long time. And that part right there stood out to me. That's why sometimes when certain words that we use in our everyday life now, and to see it in the Bible, it just goes to show you how long or how far these words been traveling from. So that actually stood out to me, and that was surprising. Anyway, on that note, we're gonna just close out for tonight. Um, just want to say thank you to all the first responders out there. Just want to say a big shout out to Miss Natoya. Um, uh, 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 just want to say a big shout out to Mert, Ethan, Aaron, and Chloe. And we're just gonna close out this video tonight, and just hope that everybody out there, please just follow the guideline as to protect yourself from this crazy virus, which is the what do they call it again?
COVID-19.
The COVID-19, or yeah. So please just wash your hands each time y'all go in your house, and please stay safe. Guys, just close it out, please.
Good night.
I didn't get to do it.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.